Well, here we are. Call 146. Unboxing Eric. 17 minutes in. I'm sorry.
Eric the Midget, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me clarify something.
Oh,
the job
off to a great
I'm looking
start.
for is not a greeter at the arena or at a hotel.
See,
What
not
I
a
want to
greeter.
do is at the arena or at the Sleep Train amphitheater is work with the backstage staff, and what the tour managers would do is email me the list of what their musical acts would like to have in their dressing rooms and backstage when they get to the arena or the amphitheater, and I would make sure that it's there.
Well, seeing that there is no job like that available, here's a guy in the email.
That job is already taken.
Right. Here's a guy in the email offering you a job where you could sell toner for printing machines over the phone.
Or from home is what
From
he said.
home.
I don't know how he's going to do it.
How do you feel about that job? That doesn't suit you. I know, because you want to be a rock star. You want to be hanging out with...
You want to help Kelly Clarkson
Yeah.
to her dressing room.
Hey, by the way, Eric, you'll be interested to know this. You won't take the toner job, by the way, will you? That would be real work.
It sounds like, because half of what I would do with that other job I would do from here in my room.
But there is no job, Eric.
You see, there's an imaginary job that you have in your head, and then there's a real job selling toner over the phone.
What, you
The
never,
real job doesn't interest you.
You never heard on...
Have we ever talked about what Eric's one legitimate job was?
I don't think we have yet. No.
Okay. Do you want to, or do you want to wait for
Yeah,
it?
no, this is the episode. Absolutely.
Oh,
I mean,
it is? Well, okay, well then...
No. No, I'm saying this would be an episode to talk about his jobs, because both calls are about Eric, what he will and what he won't do, you know?
Okay. Well, if you got to pick one job, DJ ELECTRA, you not knowing the full back history of Eric, what would you think his one job would be? That if I were to tell you he had one legitimate job.
Never going to get this.
Teabagger.
Okay, that's good. That's a very good guess.
It is a guess. Very good. That's liberal, but yeah.
He was
Am
a
I
travel.
wrong?
He was a travel
That would
agent.
be like right up his lane.
Yeah.
Travel agent.
A
He was a
travel
travel agent.
Well, he would know more about teabagging than traveling.
I
No.
agree.
He was pretty well traveled, I think. He'd been to Vegas like a couple times.
Well, this was before that, though. Yeah.
the list of...
Yes. I've heard of jobs that... I'll tell you another job I heard. A rock star. But I can't get that job. See? So if someone says to me, you want to be on the radio or you want to be a rock star, I take the radio job because that's the one I can get.
Movie star.
A movie
Can't get
star.
it.
I would like that job, too. I would like to be a big movie star like Tom Cruise or someone of this nature, Jack Nicholson. See? But I can't get that job. So I take the job I can get. So here's your choice.
Eric's entertainment eyes were bigger than his entertainment tummy. You know what I'm saying?
But it's also his, I mean, we've talked about this 1,000 times before, but it was his naivete that made him think that all he had to do was meet the right person and he could be a movie star. He could share a screen with Tom Cruise if he just met the right person.
But wouldn't you also agree he was not wrong? He just didn't last long enough to be right. You think right now he would... I don't think right now Eric would have... He wouldn't be like a Perry figure. He would be like, like a mini-me was. Sort of like it had been in movies, kind of revered, but had a private life, had bitches on the side.
You just called it. He just said it. It was in movies.
Well, it was, technically. Maybe,
I agree with you.
I've been in L.A. way too long. Everyone's just an it to me now, so I just stay out of trouble. Yes. All right. Back to the tape.
Choice. You've got an imaginary job in your head that no one is offering you and no one cares for you to do. You know, you're not going to be getting beers for the Rolling Stones.
And how would you get them anyway?
Well, it's beside the point. There's no job available. Or would you want to sell toner over the phone? My inclination is you're going to hold out for the imaginary job.
Quick story, real quick. Girl first got to L.A., had to find jobs after the recording studio stuff, and I was doing band. So my bass player introduced me to a toner salesman boiler room, and I did that for like a year. They turned over the room like 4 times, and I kept always coming back. They kept calling me back, but I never moved up to closer. I was a good opener. Hi, how you doing? I have that like stupid high voice that Midwestern ladies like. But funny thing about the how I can wrap that story up. So they went from toner, and then I eventually quit. 3 weeks later, they started selling this stupid thing called Bitcoin on the same sort of way in a boiler room. My bass player goes back over there, puts a little Bitcoin away from himself every time he sells some. And he's the richest motherfucker I know on the planet Earth right now.
Holy crap.
So,
you could have been so good at that.
Yeah, I was good at selling toner. I would have been amazing at selling something that actually had value. But at the time, it didn't. It would have been a harder sell because the toner was a lie. The toner was like, "Hi, go to your Xerox. I'm your toner guy. It's the X20, right?" And they're like, "No, it's the Z11." Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, it's the Z11. Yep, you're due for some oil, so you gotta buy some oil. It's $100. Oh, and you're just looking for the lady that's new there and knows nothing. Carol, we called her Carol. And you're looking for a Carol, and then Carol will be like, "Oh, it's time to order. Okay, where do I send the check?" And boom, you got yourself a hot one. You pass that off the closer, and then you go out and listen to some Rush.
How much toner needs to be sold over the phone? That seems crazy.
They would sell you fucking hundreds of dollars worth at one time. Like, "Oh, we're signing you up for a new year, so that'll be $500. Here's the invoice. We're sending you the toner. Everyone high five, and let's do another rail." It was... Good times. Anyway.
Am I correct?
I would have sold the shit out of Bitcoin.
You don't know if I will or I won't.
Well,
I'm
we're
asking
you now.
That's why I'm asking you.
I would probably have interest in doing that other job.
All right. Well, I'm going to pass that information on to you. And before long, I expect a call going, "Hello, would you like to buy some toner?"
You didn't sell it like that, Howard. You got to get Carol.
Would you like to stop being an ass?
Why is that me being an ass?
We all want to still be an ass.
Yeah. That's our job.
If I stop being an ass, I'll be selling toner.
Yeah.
You have to take your job.
Stop with the voice is what I'm
Oh.
trying to say.
Well, can't they do impressions of you?
No.
That's the,
Interest you in some coffee?
I feel like this moment needs to just be noted. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I'm speechless that we've gotten here. I don't even know what I'm really trying to say, but this is people who know. I think you know that this is just an iconic moment right now that's happening given what happens in the future. And to hear it, I think this is the first time that I've heard him say it on this show. Stop with the voice. And it almost makes me like a little emotional because we just know how the future plays out. And a lot of great memories ahead.
You see the title of this call, Luigi? You see that down there? The yellow?
I don't have pauses.
Can you believe this man would say that?
I mean,
when I heard that, I had to listen like 10 times.
I'm like wrapped up in emotion. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm wrapped up in happiness and anticipation and nostalgia. Like so many things wrapped up because of this moment right now. I never thought we were gonna get here, and we're here.
Electra's so annoyed. This
I know,
This is the
I
most
know.
annoying thing to do to someone who doesn't know what you're talking about.
But-
Electra's gonna be so awesome. We can't tell you, but it's gonna be so awesome.
And I don't even know it's gonna.
I'm getting verklempt just hearing him get so
Yeah,
emotional.
I don't know if it's going to be as awesome for you, but living through this every day,
30 years from now, Electra, when you're reflecting on it.
day after day, and it building and building brought just so much joy and happiness in my life that it's now pinpointed to this right now. It's like finding the origin of something, in a field. I don't know how to even describe it. The origin of something that makes you happy, and you simply found where it came from.
Well, I got to say that doing the show the way that we've done it, listening to these calls in a row over kind of a condensed amount of time, has made me appreciate like all of this so much more than I ever did.
Yes.
When I listened to just as a casual fan. that the story is so much deeper and human in so many other levels, and it's so much funnier. And we really hit on something here in going in order, because we're able to sort of remember where they just were 5 years ago and see the change now. What you're describing like almost being like a fifth dimensional creature.
Yes.
Jumping above a three-dimensional creature and looking at their life simultaneously in 2 points and being in both places at the same time and having that emotion and seeing growth and seeing change.
Yes. Much like the movie Arrival.
Yes. The greatest sci-fi movie ever. You know it and you love it.
Got another super chat.
We did get another super chat from My Lost Interest. Hey, buddy.
Oh,
$1.99. Thank you so much.
Superstar.
Thank you.
It says Fred's unapologetic Eric impression is gold.
100%.
And we are currently great segue, because we are going to currently listen to Fred pulverize Eric with it right now.
I do impressions of you.
No.
Can I interest you in some copier machine lubrication?
You know, the thing is, if you became good at selling toner, you could probably become a multimillionaire.
Yeah, you could be the man. The toner man.
I also sell wipes to clean the glass.
So I'm going to pass that information.
We did sell accessories. I forgot.
Are you serious?
Oh, my God.
Yes.
You did sell wipes?
Funny.
No, I don't think we had wipes. We had like towels. Some shit where they're like, hey, make sure they put that extra $80 for that other bullshit that's worthless. I'm like, God damn, you're going to hell, and I'm gonna go out and listen to Rush and have a cigarette.
On to you.
I don't really talk like that at all.
Yes, you do, Eric.
No, I don't. I don't have long fucking ass pods.
Yes.
He doesn't have long ass fucking pauses. What do you guys not understand about this? That was totally in a row with no pauses. I don't get you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that deserves a second listen here. Let's go back and listen to this.
To clean the glass.
He's fuming right now in his
Yes.
PJ pants.
Fuming.
He is absolutely.
So I'm going to pass that information on to you.
I don't really talk like that at all.
Yes, you do, Eric.
No, I don't. I don't have long fucking ass pods.
Yes, you do.
Did you ever hear Howard and Fred's
He's the Micro Machine Man.
impression of me? It ain't flattering.
A lot of time you break up words.
Sometimes he breaks up single words, single syllable words into like 3 syllables.
Yeah, you do, Eric. You take breaths in the middle of words sometimes.
You run out of air.
Fred, sit back there and shut up.
You've used that joke already, Eric. Come up with a new one.
Dude, every whackpacker and everyone on the staff here gets imitated in a fucked up negative way.
Hey, you're a whackpacker.
Get with it.
No,
You're a
I'm
little
not.
fucking freak that calls.
Denial.
No, I'm not. I am a potential facilitator of produce to
Although
the
I have to
stars.
say, Eric, right now.
I've never heard that line. Facilitator of produce to the stars. I mean, my funniest friend line ever that I've ever heard. Facilitator of produce to the stars.
Oh, my God.
I got to hear that one again. Facilitator. I'm crying. I can't see the timestamp.
I'm not. I am a potential facilitator of produce to
Although
the
I have to
stars.
say, Eric, right now.
Potential. I forgot potential. Potential. Oh, Fred. Oh, fucking genius.
No, he's not talking like that.
No, he's not.
Yeah, today he
is not.
But it's no fun here. No.
Listen, you little fuck. I fucking had it. Take your fucking medicine from these motherfuckers and do what they say. Take the fucking toner job. Your envelopes are light every fucking week.
Well, Eric, I mean, I'm gonna pass this on to you. You can do what you want. And here's something you'd be interested in. Gary comes in today. He says, "Did you see Kelly Clarkson yesterday?" I said, "No, I didn't." He said, "You walked right by her."
Really?
And she saw you. She saw you both.
Oh.
Eric is few. This is the most mad Eric has ever been in one call. I guarantee. He's like, you guys just with the voice, and you were that close to Kelly Clarkson. What? He's so angry right now. I can sense it.
And I said, "Oh, really?"
Coming off of the phone.
And this is again because we know these calls in a row. We know when it builds, and we know when he's not a happy camper.
I don't sound like
No.
that.
Well, you sound like this, Bo.
You walked past Kelly Clarkson?
He said, well, first he said that she saw you, but then I realized she didn't see me. The manager saw me. He always...
No, they both saw you.
How do you know Kelly Clarkson saw me?
Because I was talking to Steve Leeds, who was the talent coordinator.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I stand corrected. So, Kelly Clarkson was here doing an interview.
Uh-huh.
And evidently, when I was walking out, I wish Gary had told me. I would have said hello to her.
I didn't know, Howard. I didn't know till afterwards. I don't know everything.
You don't know everything?
I would have known.
Maybe I should have Eric working with me.
I was doing the wrap-up show, and she was in the studio next to us. We found out halfway through, so you'd already gone.
And then John Mayer was up here, another guy that would be good to get on the show.
Well, his girlfriend's got nice big breasts.
You're not kidding.
Oh, really, Eric?
How quick was he on that? Electra, you see where he's going with this? Does
Yes,
that
he
intro
has
make
like
sense?
a Rolodex of breasts in his head. He
We
knows
all
all the
do.
nice tits.
So the intro makes a little more sense now, right? And by the way, that girlfriend was Jessica Simpson. That's
I
who
was
he's talking
wondering.
about. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's ogling. Her tits are amazing.
Well, John Mayer evidently is a big fan. Like, he used to watch us on Channel 9 going back all those years. Yeah, he said when he was a kid, it was like porno for him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Did you guys see the picture that I think it was like a weekend or two ago where Jessica actually had one? I think it was her right breast come out completely out of her top.
I did not see that. Maybe.
Eric. That's not the Eric we know. Just staring at open boobies and talking about it in front of millions
Right
of people.
on
Eric.
topic.
You know, and it's so funny that the shift, he was angry, and the way you had to tame that beast was talking about tits.
But it all went away. It was a chemical reaction, and the other side.
Shit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
It just vanished.
See that?
Why did I not see that, Gary?
It's on the internet.
That's maybe a fake.
No, it's real.
That's some pity on her. I think she got...
No, Howard, it's real.
I had it tested.
Yes. Go ask the sheets on my bed if it's real, because they're wet right now.
The implants.
You know it.
I mean, they're huge.
I think she's had those since she was 17, and
He's talking about an underage girl's breast right now. Eric, you have totally changed. I think she's had those since she was 17. It's not something you say, Eric. It's not something you say.
I don't think doctors like operating on
17.
girls under the age 18.
It's Fafafui.
That dude that offered Eric the job is on the phone. He's really mad at Eric.
Why?
Because Eric called him a bunch of names like a cokehead.
Oh, yeah. Christopher.
Oh, that guy from the erotic exotic ball?
I just hung up on Eric, I think. Eric, are you there? Oh, wait. Hey, Christopher, you there?
Yes, I'm here, Howard.
Hey, Christopher, hold on. Let me see if I can get Eric back on the phone.
I will do.
I should keep Eric on my shoulder like a parrot, and then I can walk around here, and then I know when Kelly Clarkson's around. You know, I'd put a big patch over my eye.
Yeah, any American Idol person, you'd know when they were around.
Yeah, that would be his job to point out.
Garmo at 9 o'clock.
Hey, Gary, can you get Eric the midget on the phone
Yes,
again?
we're working on that right now.
Yeah, you know, here's a funny thing. Eric wants to be a greeter, and this gentleman, Christopher, who runs the erotic ball, actually called Eric a bunch of times and said, Eric, I'd like you to be the grand master of the erotic ball. I believe you offered him up to $8,000. Is that right, Christopher?
No, he did. So
800
Christopher heard
maybe.
that. No, yes, it was like, you'll see how much it is, but that number must have shocked him. So just keep in mind that number is way lower, so that's not what he was going to get.
It's totaled so far over $8,000 in cash and tickets for 3 events.
Cash and tickets, okay.
With more events upcoming, but the guy never responds. I did meet him once, and it was at the Killers of Comedy show last January.
Hold on, here he is.
And,
Eric, here's Christopher, who, by the way, you said it seems like a cokehead because he talks a lot. I'm listening to the gentleman. I don't see any evidence of that.
No, thanks, Howard.
I didn't say because he talked a lot. He approached me like 4 different times during the time that he just said he met me. and ask me the same question over.
Well, Eric, that's a lie. That's just an outright lie.
Like you saying that you offered me $8,000. I didn't hear that. Plus you saying that I asked you for $25 to do the show.
$25? I don't have pauses. I mean, just the audacity.
I haven't
asked for a number that low.
Well, I went through your godfather, Johnny Fratto, first off, and this is going back to I sent an email to
Christopher,
Johnny
is the job still available?
Well, yeah, there's another exotic erotic ball coming up in October, and we would love to have Eric as
What does it pay? What would he have to do, and what does it pay? Please describe the job.
Well, we were with my executive producer. We were easily up to $1,000 for the last event, plus God knows how much in VIP tickets for.
It's not $8,000. Now it's $1,000. This guy's slimy. I'm just saying.
Okay, I thought I had missed something. Okay.
Now I see what Eric's talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. He's forgetting. Wait, you were going to pay me $8, now it's $1? Yeah, pass.
Eric, when you and I met in January, I approached you once. We talked for 3 minutes. I gave you and your handler my business card.
Christopher, I got to get on topic. What?
Jan is like, what's this? What do I do with this, Eric?
And then he ate it.
Throw it away.
What is this job, and how much does it offer, and what does he have to specifically do, and how much money will it offer?
It's essentially just come to the party, make a 1-minute speech from the main stage of the exotic erotic ball.
All right, go.
All right, that's a challenge for our audience. Write Eric's 1-minute acceptance speech.
I know. What's he going to talk about? He's a virgin. They want a virgin.
That's the challenge. Hi, Eric. Look at boobs everywhere. Boobs. He turns into Will Ferrell from Night at the Roxbury with just boobs everywhere. That would be the challenge. That's the writing contest for this week. We're introducing a new fan fiction writing contest. Write a fictional story about how Eric makes a 1-minute speech at the exotic erotic ball. Do it. Do you have it in you to be creative artists anymore? Do we even do that? Put your phone down or use your phone and write a little story. Thank you.
And does he have
ELECTRA.
a boner the whole time?
Well, the answer to that's yes.
Yes.
The variable is if he could say anything for less than a minute.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And just greet people, and then he's free to wander the entire event, which runs from 8 p.m.
Wander. That's what I think about when I see Eric just kicking the dirt up in front of him, thinking about life.
In his chair, in his wheelchair.
Roll the event. He can roll it.
Wander? There's no wandering going on.
Till 2 a.m. in the morning.
Which is fun. It's sexy women, right, running around there, half naked.
It's a 2-day event that attracts 25,000 people to a trade show and then the party itself, which is the West Coast's biggest.
All right, so there's going to be a lot of what this guy is accused of doing being around at this party. Eric might be onto something here.
Halloween.
What is the salary for him to do this?
We can easily throw him $500 cash in an.
Okay, wait. It went from
now it's down to $500.
What?
Eric, you got to take this deal. You're going to have to pay them soon.
Unlimited number of tickets to bring all his friends to the event.
Eric could bring the posse of friends he has to the pussy event. That's where the value. That's where the $8,000 came in. They were going to give him $500 and then 18 tickets when he knows one person. Jan. That is some cold shit right there.
And the tickets are $200 a piece.
$200.
And that's just
Eric,
one
are you
event.
interested in this?
Eric, here's 1,000 tickets. They're $200 a piece. You owe us $20,000. What?
Job for $500 where you wheel around and make a 1-minute speech.
I'll have to consider.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's what I got last time, Eric, too, and you never responded to anything. The one email I got from Johnny says that Eric's finances
Kind of sounds like David Collins to me.
are low. Eric needs about $25 to stay for the entire event and report it on Howard Stern, signed Johnny Fratto. And I copied this email over to Will. And
hey, Johnny, didn't you offer? Johnny Fratto's on the phone. Johnny, didn't you offer Eric a job dressing up as pasta sauce? I'm being serious.
Now you're gonna get. Yeah, I did. It's a good job.
And how much did you offer to pay him to dress up?
I told him I'd pay him $500 a day.
To do what?
Well, we're gonna make this big jar of pasta sauce and put it over him. But he could see with his eyes out the thing. And then he just has to drive around Beverly Hills.
You turn that down, Eric?
Jar of pasta sauce. What?
I would do that.
Eric, did you turn that down?
Yes, it's
hung up on me.
Hung up.
Why did you hang up on Johnny Fratto if he's offering you $500 a day as a pasta sauce?
because I've seen people that do that kind of stuff, and I laugh at those people. Those people look ridiculous doing
I mock and troll them.
that kind of stuff.
Nobody's going to know it's you. You're going to be inside of a big jar of pasta. All that show will
I'll tell you what, doing the quick math, that's over $100,000 a year.
Shit. Why are you doing it every day?
Oh.
No, I mean, weekends, things like that.
Well, there you go. There's two offers. One's for the erotic
Look
ball.
at you turning away all this work.
And you got the toner job. You got all kind of work being offered to you.
Yeah, Eric, I promote so many different counterculture events in San Francisco. I could have you working at least a couple of days out of every single month easily, you know, with all of the crazy events I promote.
I mean, if Eric would have made it to 2025, imagine what the princes in Dubai could have done with him. You know what I'm saying? Eric, $1 million, get over here. We are going to shit on the table, and you will, you know, continue that in your own mind. YouTube, you know, I'm not going to go too far, but that happens over there. Eric could have been bought. He would have been a for-sale celebrity doing hilarious stuff. Maybe with like imagine Eric on like Adult Swim with Tim and Eric. Oh, there was just a whole world out there for Eric that he never made it to.
Everything from the erotic service providers, Courtesan Carnival.
They're both muted again. Well, no, Electra, you're here, right? You're here, Electra, right?
I'm here.
Okay, good.
I'm here. We could have bought him for the show.
Well, no, he would have been way too expensive at this point for us. I think he would have been up there with like, I mean, Chris Chan level of coverage, but like, not maybe as bad, but he would have been the locale of all locales, I think.
Beta-thon, all different kind of events.
Listen to how responsible this guy is, Eric. How come you called him a cokehead?
He's a businessman.
He doesn't sound anything like a cokehead to me.
I own two PR firms, a talent agency, and 5% of a manufacturer of sex toys. I mean,
have you ever done cocaine?
I don't even drink caffeine anymore, Howard, for crying out loud. Last time I did cocaine, I was a kid, and that was 25 years ago.
So there you are.
He's a talent agent. None of them do cocaine.
Guys, I got to hang up because I got Jeff the Drunk.
Already.
There's Doctor on the phone. Hold on. Thank you, and I hope this all works out for all of you.
Okay, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Christopher, and thank you, Johnny and Eric the Midget.
That's right, folks. That is call 146. And call 146 is... Electra?
Oh, in the books.
Oh, my God. It's in the books.
Sorry.